He was abandoned by his wife in Parabatai, who ran away to Paris together.
Abandoned. Left for dead. Well, not dead, but worse. Left emotionally devastated in dreary old London while his wife and his supposed soul brother skip off to eat croissants and probably make out under the Eiffel Tower. Can you believe this ending? Can you?
Please, context is key. That's merely one reviewer's rather inflammatory summation of the denouement of Cassandra Clare's Chain of Iron, the second installment in her last Irish trilogy. A sprawling tapestry of Edwardian London, shadow hunters, demonic threats, and
600 pages of teenagers being utter morons. Seriously, this author, Cassandra Clare. I swear she sits there cackling, thinking, how can I inflict the maximum emotional damage on my readers today? It's like she hates happiness.
That's hardly fair. Clare is building intricate terror arcs within a complex supernatural world. There are themes of duty, sacrifice, the weight of a disastrous interpretation you had of Dante's Inferno last month. You're missing the allegorical layers.
Oh, don't you dare bring up Dante. You defended that snooze fest for weeks. This isn't allegory. This is a high-budget soap opera where everyone wears corsets and fights demons when they're not busy stabbing each other in the back. Let's talk characters. Cordelia Carstairs starts off all fierce warrior princess, right? Ends up running away like a toddler who didn't get the right color sippy cup.
She witnessed what she believed to be a profound betrayal. James, her husband, albeit in a marriage of convenience initially, embracing Grace Blackthorne, manipulative architect of so much past misery, complete with a cursed bracelet. Consider the emotional turmoil, the societal pressures.
Oh, boo-hoo. Talk to him. Use your words, Cordelia. Instead, she listens to Matthew, Mr. Bertie McAlcoholic best friend, confess he's in love with her, and 5 minutes later they're booking tickets to France. That's not emotional turmoil. That's just stupid. My cousin Brenda pulled less dramatic stunts after seeing her boyfriend like another girl's post.
Comparing Cordelia Carstairs to your cousin Brenda's seductive. And Matthew Fairchild is a deeply tragic figure, wrestling with addiction and a terrible secret.
A secret he tells his best friend's wife instead of his actual best friend, his Parabatai, his magical soul twin. Nah, I diagnose him with toxic best friend syndrome, terminal stage. He's a walking red flag and waistcoat. And don't get me started on Grace. Oh, my mommy Tatiana was mean to me, so now I curse people and try to reanimate my dead brother. Give me a break.
Grace's upbringing under Tatiana Blackthorne, whom I concede is universally reprehensible, certainly provides psychological context for her actions. It raises questions about nature versus nurture, the possibility of redemption.
Redemption. Girl needs a restraining order, not redemption. The only character I didn't want to slap was maybe James. Poor guy, handsome, reads books, gives his wife a bookshelf, and gets treated like dirt. And maybe Alistair and Thomas, their little secret romance thing was kind of cute.
Ah yes, the Alistair Carstairs and Thomas Lightwood subclause offer a compelling counterpoint, exploring themes of societal prejudice and burgeoning affection chaos. Their scenes possess a certain delicate authenticity.
See? Even you liked the gossip. So the big question, after all that drama, all 600 pages of angst and collarbone descriptions, seriously, who writes 14 lines about a collarbone? Is this book actually any good?
Well, that depends on one's definition of it, doesn't it? Some reviewers honor the exquisite drama and Claire's ability to evoke intense emotional investment. One even admitted, despite hate ending, they were entertained every single second.
Because it's a train wreck. You can't look away. Here's an email from Distraught in Duluth at Dear Heart Book Radio. I just finished Chain of Iron. My Parabatai borrowed my favorite mug and hasn't returned it. Should I immediately assume he's betrayed me and run off to Canada with his dog Walker who confessed undying love for me yesterday? Please advise. C. Ah, C.
That's hardly analogous. The ending, while divisive, serves as a potent cliffhanger, ensuring reader engagement for the final volume. It's a bold narrative choice, forcing the characters into seemingly untenable positions. Structurally, it's quite effective, if emotionally brutal.
Structurally effective. It's lazy, miscommunication isn't plot. It's what happens when characters forget how mouths work. It's like building a skyscraper out of wet tissues. One reviewer just wrote what the Cassandra Clare. That's it. That's the review. I felt that in my soul.
Language. While I acknowledge the ending relies heavily on misunderstanding, the preceding narrative does build significant tension and explores complex relationships.
Relationships built on lies. Lucy is trying to resurrect her boast boyfriend at James. Is cursed. Matthew is drunk and pining. It's a mess. If James Herondale were a sandwich, what would he be?
Why do you always do this? Fine. He'd be meticulously crafted cucumber sandwich, seemingly perfect on the outside, but unexpectedly drenched in someone of tea, rendering it tragically soggy.
Exactly. Soggy. Okay, rating time. You first. Don't try to be clever.
Despite my reservations about the reliance on misunderstandings for the climax, the intricate world building and character depth warrant, let's say, a 7 out of 10. Sacredly resurrected ghosts, while occasionally purple, has its moments.
7? Are you kidding me? After that ending? No way. I give Chain of Iron 3 out of 13 impulsive trips to Paris. It was infuriating, actually, make that 2. Thinking about it makes me mad all over again.
Honestly, arguing with you lowers my estimation. Fine, a 6. No, a 5. A 5 out of 10 broken Parabatai bonds. Happy now?
Never. All right, folks. That's all the time we have to dissect emotionally stunted demon hunters.
Join us next week on Heart Book Radio, where we'll be tackling Gary the Gargoyle's Guide to Existential Dread and Patio Gardening.
Sounds riveting. Don't forget to live, laugh, and try not to run off with your best friend's spouse. This is
For Heart Book Radio.